Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of A Reader and a Cinephile. We are within sight of the 98th Academy Awards. Now that I have watched all 50 nominated films, I'm ready to share my Oscar ballot. Every year I fill out two ballots. One ballot is for myself and who I think is most deserving in each category. The second ballot is who I think the Academy will end up selecting. For our purposes today, I'll share my choice in each category and a thought or two of why that person or film should win. All right, let's get into it. Best casting, Sinners. The casting in Sinners is out of this world. Every cast member was expertly picked to the point where I cannot imagine anyone else in those top billed roles. Best documentary short, All the Empty Rooms. I was in high school in 1999 when the Columbine high school shooting happened. A problem that was mortifying then has only gotten worse. All the Empty Rooms explores what is left behind in the wake of these tragedies, with the hopes that walking a mile in the shoes of others might finally lead to action. Live action short, The Singers. The Singers surprised me, and it left me smiling ear to ear. In a short amount of time, I got to know a bar full of rough and rugged characters in a way many feature films have ever failed to capture. Animated short, Retirement Plans. One of the most challenging categories of the year for me possessed a clear winner in my eyes. Retirement Plans was a funny and heartfelt examination of our final days and all those things we promise we will get to eventually. Sound, F1. I'm not much of an F1 fan, but the sound design in this film makes you feel like you are in the driver's seat. I'm not sure it breaks new ground, but there is no denying that it creates an immersive experience. Visual effects, Avatar, Fire and Ash. At this point in cinema history, it seems obligatory to hand all the visual effects awards to an Avatar film. While I think this film is the weakest entry in the series, it remains a visual spectacle. Makeup and hairstyling, Frankenstein. Every generation has its Frankenstein, and this iteration, thanks to great makeup and hairstyling, might be the most frightening of all. Costume design, Sinners. The costume design in Sinners is out of this world. I've often heard actors say they become the character the first time they put the clothes on. When the cast of this film put on these clothes, I imagine they were absolutely transformed and transferred to a different time and place. Production design, Frankenstein. Every setting in Frankenstein is otherworldly, haunting, and it transports you to a mythical place that has often been imagined but rarely felt this real. Original score, Sinners. I saw Sinners shortly after it was released, and I still find myself thinking about the music. To me, that is the pinnacle of a great score. Original song, K-pop, Demon Hunters. The Oscars' most pointless category has a clear winner this year, and it comes from an animated film that captivated the entire world. Animated feature, Little Amelie or The Character of Rain. Little Amelie is an animated feature I will not easily forget. It possesses tender, sweet, and hilarious moments that made me nostalgic for my own childhood and all those adults who wrapped their wings around me. Documentary feature, Come See Me in the Good Light. Every film nominated in this category is fantastic. I could argue for all of them winning an Oscar, but Come See Me in the Good Light remains my favorite film of the year. It will break your heart and it will leave you more tightly wound around that special someone in your life. International feature, The Voice of Hind Rajab. We will be debating Israel's war in Gaza for the rest of our lives, perhaps much longer than that. This film asks us to consider the innocent lives lost and the trauma that will reverberate for generations. Cinematography, Sinners. This is another impossible category. In each of the 5 nominated films, I can select a scene I will never forget. But if I take each film as a whole, Sinners is the most beautifully shot from beginning to end. It is one of those films I'm sure future cinematographers will be studying in school. Adapted screenplay, Hamnet. Hamnet absolutely shattered me, and the film made me even more excited to read the book. Original screenplay, Sinners. Sinners was an absolute breath of fresh air. It made me believe that Hollywood can still do big, impressive things. Director, Paul Thomas Anderson, one battle after another. Paul Thomas Anderson, PTA, has given Hollywood some of its most iconic films, but I believe One Battle After Another might be his best work yet. Supporting actress, Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. One Battle After Another loses its authenticity and modern feeling without the dynamite performance of Tiana Taylor. She breathes life into this film and takes it to new heights. Leading actress Jessie Buckley, Hamnet. In Hamnet, Jessie Buckley gives an absolute gut-wrenching performance of a mother lost to grief. It was and is a rare performance that I will not easily forget. Supporting actor Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. In One Battle After Another, Sean Penn is an amalgamation of so many of the things I see as great challenges before our country. Every time he was on screen in this film, I felt myself seething with hatred from him, which is a testament to his performance. Leading actor Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Watching Michael B. Jordan morph into a leading man in Hollywood has felt like a gift. In Sinners, he gives his best performance yet and makes me excited for his very bright future. Best Picture, One Battle After Another. At this point in time, the Best Picture race is starting to feel like a match between two deserving horses. One Battle After Another and Sinners. I can make the case for both films, but One Battle After Another felt like a necessary film for this moment in American history and the kind of film future generations will study to better understand this point in our collective struggle. And those are my selections for the 98th Academy Awards. I want to thank you for spending a few moments with me. As always, I want to hear from you. Who are you rooting for, and what films do you hope will win big the night of the Oscars? While you are giving that some thought, be sure to follow along by subscribing or hitting that follow button. Until next time, be good to each other.